Hi Aries, this is Casey with your Love Matters reading for November. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shay and I are so happy to have all of you here with us. We're very grateful. She will have a video that's going to pop up at the end of this one for your sign, so please check for that. She does give a different perspective. The first couple of cards I like to pull will be for your energy and the energy that you're dealing with for the month. That energy could represent a family member, a coworker, a significant other, or a love interest, or it can really be a relationship with yourself and your goals and things that you need to work on. So let's go ahead and pull those energy cards and see where we are. You're coming in with blossoming abundance, and they're coming in with door to spirit. If you resonate with one side over the other, guys, please go with it. This is your message. The clarifying cards are going to really help us with this reading, but to come in with blossoming abundance and being that fertility card, being that you're seeing things pay off that you've done in the past. Door to spirit is an opportunity. They are either getting an opportunity or they're going to be giving an opportunity. So let's go ahead and get those clarifiers. You're coming in with temperance in reverse, and they're coming in with high priestess. So this is very interesting energy right here, because you're coming in with a lot of things that you've earned, that you're very wise, that you have your finances set, or you have a plan for your finances. You feel very balanced in all the areas of your life. You've been working very hard and it's coming to fruition for you. You're seeing things grow in all the areas that you've been working on. But you have temperance in reverse, and that talks about losing faith in yourself, losing faith in spirit, losing the fact that there's a bigger picture working behind the scenes for us on the spiritual level, and you're very motivated right now in the physical area, okay? And you need to get a little bit more balanced in listening to spirit and downloading for your journey, because at some point you're going to have to make a decision as to which way you want to go. Do you want to stay on the physical, or do you want to stay with the spiritual? You can get a happy balance, but I don't feel like you have a happy balance right now. I think that you've lost faith in spirit for some reason, and it's affecting the balance that you should have. You're doing really good on one area, but on the other area, you feel that you're lacking something. So the spirit is telling you that the energy that you're going to be dealing with is going to bring you back to that balance. It's going to help you find the balance that you need, so that you can download from spirit again, that you can trust in spirit again. They're coming in very intuitive with the high priestess as well as a clarifying card. So this is very angelic. This is very divine. This is very important for you to learn from this person. Okay, let's pull an emotion card. Okay, helpless, hopeless is your emotion. And they're coming in with healing begins. And I'm not surprised that your emotion card came in helpless and hopeless, because this talks about that you are at a particular low in your life and you really were relying on spirit to get you through it in the way that you thought it was supposed to pan out. And because it didn't pan out the way you thought it was supposed to be, you separated yourself from spirit. You separated yourself from your faith. You're starting to look at different alternatives. You're starting to believe more in the physical realm than in the spiritual realm. And so if someone comes in for the month of to kind of reignite that healing, reignite that connection with spirit, so that you're able to get the most of your abundance physically and spiritually. You're doing well on one end, but you need to have a balance so that your spiritual wealth can come in as well. Let's go ahead and pull some obstacles and or challenges for you guys. This is a very important month for you. If you do the work, you will be able to really benefit from the blessings that spirit has been trying to give to you. I just want to shuffle this a couple times because there's a few cards that are popping out for me, and I want to make sure that I get the right one for you. Yes, awareness as the shuffle kept coming out, and I wanted to make sure that this was supposed to be in this draw, because this is bringing your awareness from the divine, downloading from your crown chakra, which I believe that some of you have blocked or kind of put a filter on right now. I don't think you're blocking it 100%. I feel like you put a filter on it because of something that didn't work out for you and you really lost your faith in your spirit guides or lost your faith in your angels protecting you, whatever it is, there's something that you feel very hurt by that it worked out this way. And then someone's going to come in for the month and kind of show you the path to healing that emotion so that you can get closer to spirit, and you're going to be very enlightened at this point. Something is going to be said or done or revealed to you how things are supposed to be. You know, you may actually download that big message as to why it happened the way it did. Look at here. Oh my God, Aries, you have destiny. Okay, so the situation that you are struggling with was a fated situation. It was destiny. It was supposed to happen the way it happened. There was nothing you could do about it, nothing that other person could do about it. It was here for a reason. It's one of those things that we'll really not really understand the specifics of, but we did it for a reason. We took on this challenge for a reason. You have to have faith. Yes. See, here we have the triumph and success card, and this is cutting through the fog. This is finding out the reason why it had to be done. Like, we won't know all the intricate details, but we'll understand the meaning behind that pain, the meaning behind that journey or that task that you had to go through. They're going to come in quick and fast, very wise, knowing spirits that are going to be helping you find that path to healing. This is definitely an authority figure in your life. This could represent someone in your religion or in your family that you respect very much, or someone that comes in knowing this information. They're very strong about it. They're very knowledgeable. They're very wise, you know, and they're coming in with the Triumph card, which also could be a young spirit that they feel energized with this information. So this person that comes into your life kind of re-inspires because they're speaking from their truth. They're living their truth. And you're very inspired by that. I love this. You're going to see why you had to go through what you went through. You know, I know you felt helpless. I know you felt hopeless. I know that you were at the bottom emotionally with this test, but it had to be this way. You know, you lost a lot. You really did. But you also gained a lot in the process. King of Wands in reverse. That's talking about losing your vision. It's talking about kind of walking away from something that you thought you wanted, being forced to do so in some aspects that you lost the battle, not how you thought it was supposed to be. It didn't pan out the way your vision was. But new information comes in, Nine of Coins, a very solid offers coming in. Stressing you out though, you know, you're more emotionally based than mentally clear. You're reacting emotionally to the situation instead of taking that step back, which is what this energy teaches you to do, to step back and look at it from a different perspective, look at it from a higher perspective. Someone, because you've gone through the emotions and you've gone through the healing, you can kind of understand a little bit more about yourself and why you had to go through what you went through. It's a burden to have this gift. It really is, because it's hard, you know, to be able to go through those emotions and feel the pain and the loss and the separation that we feel, but know it's for our best. You know, I mean, that is a hard pill to swallow, see, for our best. The trials and tribulations that we go through is only for our growth, and it's for our connection to spirit, our connection to other people. You know, we appreciate the people in our lives a lot more. And then we stress out about it, absolutely, because it's, you know, you have Wands and a Swords, and then the Nine of Cups. It is such a huge, I don't want to say the word burden, but it really is in some aspect that it is a huge burden to know that the things that we're going through only are making us stronger, but we have to, you know, separate ourselves from people that we love and things that we love. And, you know, it hurts, you know, but it's for our greater good. You know, some people have to cross over before we're ready. Some people have to leave us, and they're not on our journey for the rest of our lives. And it's really sad. This can be family members. This can be your significant other with divorce or death. This separation that you feel with other people that you didn't think was fair was destined. And someone comes into your life, spirit comes into your life. You even start to open some gifts spiritually that you were trying to block in order for you to hear your loved ones from the other side, or the messages that your loved ones are trying to give you through other people, to open yourself back up. Here you have the Four of Wands in reverse, and this talks about having an imbalance in your situation. It also talks about renewal, okay? So as you are starting to kind of come back into enlightenment, and you're opening up those filters that in blocks and towers that you put up, you start to kind of reawaken in your spirituality and your faith. Yeah, so look at here. It works very nicely for you, Ten of Pentacles. So you have the Ten of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles. This all indicates the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. This will fulfill you once you open it up, and it gives you a bigger perspective as to why you've been through the crap that you've been through. Okay, you're able to heal it. You'll take your wisdom from this information. You'll turn into that authority figure that this person is for you, and you're able to help other people. Go ahead and pull a couple more clarifiers. Seven of Cups in reverse. It becomes overwhelming. There's a lot of blessings coming in. There's a lot of channels of communication coming in, and then you're not really sure which way, what to take. In this aspect, they're giving you so many options, and you have to really go through the one that is going to work for you, because in all of that Seven of Cups in reverse is the one option you're supposed to take in order to get past the feeling of hopeless and helpless and start that healing begins. And here you have another authority figure, the High Priest. And this is listening to the higher self. So the higher self of this person that's coming in is going to be talking to your higher self. It's going to be a connection that you can't get away from. Excuse me. I want to do a spirit message card for you guys. This is very sorry. This relationship that you're having is twofold. You're having a relationship with your higher self in spirit, and you're having a relationship with this person that is showing you the right path to be on. Some of the thought processes and reasons as to why you walked away conflicted with your belief systems, and it didn't pan out how you thought it was supposed to. And you're really having a moment of clarity now, because you're getting out of that pain. You're releasing that energy. And speaking of releasing energy, we have the card Let Go. And it reads, once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart, and will do everything in our power to protect you. Wow. Yes, we were talking about that, and it's like you're going to be overcoming that separation and put it back in their hands and know that there's guidance. Their angel message is coming in as find your center, and it reads, your outside world is a reflection of a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is the ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? They're going to teach you how to become more centered and be more open to the journey that you're on, and have you have a different understanding as to why you had all your losses. This person is going to be very, very important to you. They're going to help you raise your vibration. So when you meet this person, try not to kind of push them away. Try to embrace this, because as hard as it is, it will give you healing in the end. Let's pull some oracle cards here, guys. I shit you not, you have letting go twice, okay? You have to let go of this energy to let the new energy in. We're going to let go of negativity. We're going to bring in the positive energy of love from spirit, love from your guides, love from your ancestors. You're going to open that back up. You have put filters in or blocked it, and it's time to let go of that hopeless feeling and that helpless feeling, and bring in the healing. And when you bring in the healing, new opportunities, new gifts, new talents, new abundance comes in, and you feel very, very balanced. This person that's coming into your life, whether you find them on the TV, social media, they're a physical person in your life that is speaking to you, is going to open up that guidance that you need in order to change this energy and finally heal. They're going to bring it in a chaos moment. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Don't panic, okay? Just because it's chaos, it does not mean it's always a negative thing. Something does shake you up, okay? Something makes you wake up because they're trying to connect with you and you're ignoring them. They're sending you signs, they're sending you synchronicities, they're sending you people, they're sending you every single thing. And then finally, when you ignore them long enough, they're going to send you something that you can't ignore. They're going to be like in your face and they're going to be, take care of this now. This is the time. And when they get us to this point that they're giving us chaos for that shakeup, whether it's in the negative or in the positive, it's like they're screaming at us. So we have to really embrace it and look at it for what it is at that time so that we can learn and move on in a different direction and not stay in this energy where this chaos happens over and over and over again until we finally learn the lesson that they're trying to tell us and open it up. We got to open that back up again. Let go of what is holding you back and embrace what can be your future with your talents, with your love. If you've lost someone on the other side, this could be them yelling at you like, hey, I'm right here. Why are you not paying attention to me? And you'll end up with more intense signs. Your lights will flicker. The radio station will change. Your TV will act up. Your cell phone won't turn on. They'll manifest through the electronics that we use on a daily basis. So keep that in mind. You can run from spirit, but you can't hide because they know where you are. Your angel message is coming in as Astara, and it reads, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Reach for those stars, reach for your spirit, reach for your balance, because there's so much that they can give you from the spiritual plane to help you with your physical plane as well. It is a beautiful balance of energy going back and forth. And when you put a filter up or you put a block up, it doesn't allow all the abundance to come into your life the way it should. So you have to be open. Even though you've been hurt in the past, know that there was a reason. It was a destiny, a fated circumstance that had to happen in order for things to progress the way they are. And sometimes those things really suck, but we have to let it go. And Archangel Raphael is coming in for their message, and it says, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourselves and others. You are a healer like me. So if nothing comes from this reading, know that Archangel Raphael is trying to help you heal. Archangel Raphael will be throwing this chaos in your lap and this person in your way so that you finally get past that energy, which is beautiful. Letting go comes up a lot in your reading, so please take that to heart. I know it's difficult to let go of the past and to embrace the future with changes of how we didn't think it was supposed to be this way, and sometimes we just have to accept what it is versus what we thought it was supposed to be. I know I've had that challenge in my life as well. So heart goes out to you. This is beautiful for healing and actually expanding in the right direction. Aries, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I would love it if you left me a comment. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you back. Take care.